Do you hate everything in your wardrobe? We've all done it. You open up your wardrobe doors to get dressed and suddenly there is nothing to wear. You hate everything in there, nothing fits, nothing feels good, you feel frumpy or boring in all of it, and nothing goes with anything else. Interestingly, the problem here is very often not a question of not having enough to wear, but actually having too much. So before we get into kind of how you create a wardrobe full of clothes that you love, very often first it's about getting rid of the clothes that you don't love, that don't suit you, that you don't feel great in, that aren't in a color palette that goes together. Before we can get into any of the really fun kind of adding to our wardrobe, it's important to get rid of all of that rubbish first. So I've recently had the same thing. I get to the end of every season and I feel like I don't know how to build outfits anymore. I don't know how to put my clothes together. So I wanted to talk you through the process with my own wardrobe, how I go about decluttering, and then a few tips that you can use to kind of help you clear the decks, start with a clean slate. And then in the next couple of videos, we're going to look at how you can build on that to put together a wardrobe that really works for you for the coming season. So a couple of tools you can use to kind of help you get rid of stuff from your wardrobe, get rid of the stuff that doesn't work. I think the first and most important thing to think about is always really, do you love the clothes that are in your wardrobe? Sometimes you can do this on kind of a big picture level, like you can literally open your wardrobe doors, look at it and just go, how does this make me feel? Do I feel really happy and energized and optimistic when I open my wardrobe door? Am I excited about getting dressed? Or is it kind of making me feel a bit overwhelmed, like it's a bit much? I don't know how to put outfits together from it. Chances are, if you're watching this video, it's the second one of those. If you love everything in your wardrobe, you are doing nothing wrong. Go away and enjoy your clothes. But if you open your wardrobe door and you just feel a bit overwhelmed, like it's a bit much, few more tips to help you. So start taking pieces one at a time. Pull them out of the wardrobe and really think about, do I love this? Am I going to wear it? So for instance, for me, really cozy, chunky piece of knitwear. But for me, at the minute, just not really going for that much bold color. It doesn't really mix and match with the kind of more neutral tones that I prefer to wear. Feels a bit much. It's quite chunky as well. I'm kind of preferring a bit of a cleaner line, so it's out. Next up, got a few good basic t-shirts in there that I'm really gonna get use of. Gonna keep those. I know I've worn them recently, and that can be another really good thing to think about. When did you last wear it? Obviously, if it's ski gear, you might need to look a bit longer term, but for most clothes in your wardrobe, if you haven't worn them for 6 or 12 months, there's a good chance they need to go out as well. Those have both been worn really recently, they're staying in. Another chunky jumper, love the crop length of it, but the red tone, little bit not quite my color, and I'll talk a little bit more about how you can use color to help you identify whether something's good or bad in your wardrobe in a little while, but not really, again, in a color palette that's useful for me, doesn't make me feel amazing, so it's gone. Right, what else have we got? Okay, jeans. Jeans are something that I think we can hang on to way too long. Really useful, essential pair, denim jeans, good fit, good shape, feel really contemporary. They are staying. Crisp white jeans though, not really getting a lot of use for me. Bit too stark. Again, they don't mix and match with everything. Something that was a bit of a creamy, richer tone that might sit with some of those kind of off-white t-shirts I've kept might be more useful. This, bit too crisp, bit too white, it's going. Right, what are we left with? Oh, the temptation of buying black. Black is not a color, again, that mixes and matches in my wardrobe. I much prefer like a deep, rich brown, and I don't love the two of them together. Doesn't really work for me. I'd much rather mix browns with taupes and tans and creams. That black is too stark. Also makes me look a little bit like a witch, but definitely too stark, too severe for me, so it is out. Lovely rich brown skirt though, beautiful chocolate browns to go with all those cream tones is staying. What else have we got? Ooh, cool pink tones. Again, colors that aren't gonna mix and match with those lovely warm, tawny shades that sit in my wardrobe. Again, when you're going through and doing this, the colors that you keep might look completely different. It's about finding colors that mix and match in your wardrobe for you, that you love and feel good in. For me, these are not those colors. They're a bit insipid, they wash me out, make me feel a bit pale, a bit boring. So those are both out of here. What have we got left with? It's looking quite bare now, but don't panic. We are gonna look at how we build it up. Couple of stripy tops, really classic navy stripe. You'd think that would be a goer in any wardrobe. Again, for me, like it's got potential, but I'm not sure. I know that really, again, sticking to those earthy tones and also something that's a little bit boxier, a little bit more of a kind of high neck finish rather than something with the drop back. The way I'm wearing clothes at the minute, I'm keeping this one. That one is not getting any love. Now, if you're struggling to decide what to keep and what to get rid of, you don't have to get rid of everything as quickly and instantly as I have. At this stage, I'm pretty good at it. I can just toss what I'm not wearing. And when I say toss, clearly it's not going in the bin. It is going charity shops, it's going on Vinted, it's going on reloved sites. None of this is just being thrown away. Moving things out of your own wardrobe doesn't mean that they have to go to landfill. We can move things on responsibly, which I think is really important to do. But if you're struggling to know what to move on, really good test can be actually what we call the hanger trick. So everything in your wardrobe, really simple technique. Turn the hook on the hanger around and put it back in with the hanger facing the wrong way. Now what you can do is you can actually just carry on wearing your wardrobe as normal and come back in, it might be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever seems like a sensible time frame to you. I normally say 3 months realistically, unless it's something that's completely off for the time of year. I would go with 3 months. If that hanger is still facing that way, that piece needs to leave your wardrobe because honestly, you're never gonna wear it. Obviously it goes without saying as well, anything that is too small and is making you feel bad about yourself, get it gone. Anything that is too big and that really, let's be honest, you're not gonna suddenly fit into, it's not gonna suddenly be your size, get rid of it. We all fluctuate, nobody's weight stays exactly the same, but to be honest, for most of us, we know roughly where we sit. We know a range we sit within. And so don't keep things outside that range. They are, in one way or another, they are removing your confidence when you get dressed. Even if you box them up and save them. I know it can be hard with kind of keeping things that maybe you might easily lose weight into or that you're a bit nervous to get rid of. Box them up, get them out of your wardrobe, get them somewhere where you don't have to look at them and feel bad about them every day. Once you've worked through this process, what you will hopefully be left with is a wardrobe which might look a little bit thinner than it did before, might look a little bit sparse, but hopefully contains only things you really like. So for me, basically, I'm left with a few variations on the theme of white t-shirt, which again, for the colors that I like to wear, is a kind of creamy, neutrally tone. Got a decent pair of jeans, decent leather skirt, and a couple of slightly more dressy top, and then a stripy top. But my wardrobe is looking bare. Panic not though, in the next video, we'll show you the core essentials that you need to build that wardrobe back up again. I did promise at the beginning of the video that I would show you how to choose how to get your wardrobe down to this sort of palette of colors that's going to mix and match endlessly. And I think this is perhaps the most powerful tool when it comes to decluttering your wardrobe, and that is knowing your color profile. Now, this is just kind of a guideline. It's a palette that will help you build a wardrobe where everything mixes and matches endlessly. We've actually built our own color profile. I'll put the link down below and you can click through and find yours. But if you do nothing else before you declutter your wardrobe, go find your color profile, find out the palette of colors that your wardrobe, your new dream wardrobe is going to sit in. Enjoy decluttering and enjoy getting down to that core capsule of essentials that we're going to build on to really grow a wardrobe that you love.